Is your energy high or is it low? As the world is changing fast and furiously on the outside, it's going to be essential that we maintain high energy levels coming from the inside. I'm Tonyah Dee. I'm a registered dietitian, and I believe we live in a body, we have a soul, and we are a spirit, and it's important to feed all three parts. So this month's theme for feeding body, soul, and spirit is high energy. Phew! So, how do we maintain, how do we have high energy? There's lots of different ways. And one of the ways that we need to look at it right now is overall, we need to take a look from a bigger perspective. It's not superfoods and it's not one little thing like vitamin supplements. It's not going to the gym. It's putting it all together as a lifestyle. And it's going to be important that you maybe change your lifestyle at this point, because things are going to continue to change and move more rapidly. We're being called actually to be people who have, I don't know, I hear higher frequency, higher vibration. It's all about higher energy so that we can keep up and have the endurance and still thrive in this environment where so many things are changing. So let's start with, how do we have high energy levels in our body? The main word I'm going to say is health. If you don't have your health, or if your health is a little under par, you're going to feel slower. And so really focus. If COVID didn't do it for us, this high pace should kind of push you into this area of, wow, I really need to make my health a priority. I personally think health should be, for everybody, one of the top priorities. Do not take this for granted. So are you having your yearly labs done where you're looking at all of the different things in your blood? That's really important, and insurance pays for that. Are you taking your vitamins? Are you eating whole foods? Are you getting some walks out there? Are you exercising and moving your body? Movement's so important to health. Are you drinking the water? So even making small adjustments in your current lifestyle, because that's what we all have to do. Almost nobody can go from this lifestyle to that lifestyle. But if you have a goal of, my lifestyle for the rest of my life is going to improve my health, that's my lifestyle. I don't want to be on a diet, or I don't want to be, seeking the latest, greatest things. I just want to pursue being as healthy as I can. So do what you can, make those small changes, and begin to have a mindset of, I live a healthy lifestyle, and make those small adjustments over time. And all of these small adjustments lead up to, you're at least on the path to better health if you're not there right now. If you're already there, then congratulations. It's just important that you maintain it, and you will receive so much benefit from watching and taking care of your health. So in the soul, remember, our soul is a big part of who we are, and it includes our mind, our emotions, and our will, our free will, or our desires. And our soul really loves rhythms. Like, we love music. It has a certain rhythm. We love the sound of the waves. It has a certain rhythm. Our soul loves things that are predictable and habitual. Our soul loves a schedule, actually. So what I'm recommending is just look at ways you can create rhythms in your life. It doesn't have to be habits so much, but rhythms. Like, in the morning, I have a rhythm. I get up and I I take a cold shower, and it gives me this, wah, I'm like, woo, I'm wide awake in the morning, and it releases a bunch of happy chemicals. So first thing in the morning, I'm releasing happy chemicals into my body, and then my rhythm is, have something warm, go and meditate and pray. I have a morning rhythm, and then I have some evening rhythms, some afternoon rhythms. I like to take walks. Make sure that you're adding rhythms, because when you add rhythms into your system, your body, and into your life, into your lifestyle, then your brain doesn't have to overthink so much. Your brain's not going to be go, what do I do now? What do I do now? What do I do now? You kind of have some overall rhythms, and then your brain can kind of relax. So speaking of the brain, let's go ahead and move into the mind. How do we help our mind so it doesn't overthink? Our mind is meant to solve problems. That's one of the main things our mind does for us, is solve problems. So if we think we have a lot of problems, this is a problem, that's a problem, we're saying this is a problem, that's a problem, your mind probably will take over, and it'll be overthinking, because it's going to be trying to solve this problem, trying to solve this problem, trying to solve this problem. So first of all, make sure your perspective is not, and the inner dialogue that you're telling yourself is not, this is a problem. We have challenges in life. That's what we're here for. We're here to overcome our challenges on some level. This is just part of the human experience. So try not to name our challenges as this is a problem. Oh, this is a challenge. I will overcome it in time. That's one way to not overthink. Another way is when your mind is overthinking, like it's trying to solve a problem, and it won't stop. It's like this problem, this problem, this problem. Well, you really need to listen, because this is a problem coming from your soul. Like it thinks like this is a problem. And try to take some action to solve the problem. Because then your soul will go, okay, well, at least I'm taking some action to solve this problem. Like if it's a financial problem or a relationship problem or a health problem, take some action in that area that demonstrates to your mind, I'm on top of this, I'm going to try to overcome this challenge and solve this problem. So we have to know that that's what our mind does. First of all, it tries to solve problems. So we want to try not to give it too many problems, but listen to it when it does really, our soul feels like, hey, this is a problem. So you might have a health problem and your body's saying, you should take a look at that. You should take a look at that, or I don't feel right in this area. And if you ignore it for too long, it really can affect your body and your health. The soul does have wisdom. So our mind is here to help us along our journey. In the area of emotions, emotions are energy. That's what the little E is. Energy in motion. All emotions have a certain energetic quality to them. So it's really important when we have an emotion to express that emotion and try not to control it or bury it or numb it. Emotions like to be expressed, like even I feel joyful, I feel happy, or I feel sad, or I feel like I'm grieving, or I feel some loss, or I feel depressed, or those negative emotions have more of a heavy feeling, especially when we just kind of push it down and they become stored. This energy, an emotion, becomes stored in our body, and it's a heavy emotion stored in our body. So there's things we can do to move the emotion, the energy out. We can move our body. A lot of times just moving the body, a yoga practice, a walking practice, a qigong practice, whatever it is, you're moving your body, and when you move your body, you're moving your emotions too. You can write. So you can write in a journal. You're taking your emotions. This is what I feel. Now your emotions are out on paper. You can talk to somebody. Now your emotions are being expressed to a good friend. Other ways we can get our emotions out is to cry. Tears are really a good way to release some heavy emotions, which we all have. So don't be afraid to cry. I'm always teaching that one. Okay, in our will is where we take action. And a lot of times our will speeds up when we've got a lot of changes on the outside. It's trying to keep up. Well, I need to take action in order to keep up with all of these changes, but that's really going to be exhausting if you're always following your desires, your will. Like your will might be like, oh, I need a new car. Oh, I want this new relationship. Oh, I want this and I want that. And if you act out on all the things that your will wants, believe me, you will be exhausted, because a lot of times what we want is really not going to serve us. So what I recommend in the will for this month is learning to surrender, which really is taking more of I'm just going to watch. I'm going to listen, and I'm going to observe my will, my desires. So we might just listen to it, like I really want a new relationship, or I want to be with this person, or I want this new car, or I think I need to move, or I'm going to move, and we just listen to it. And the whole idea is, in time, you'll realize, like, that's not a good move. If you make that move, then you're going to have all this other action. You're going to have energy for all this action after you do this one little action that your will is telling you is so important. So if you can just sit and kind of be more discriminate about, yes, this is a wise action to take at this time. And in this action, it's going to produce more energy. It's not going to create a bad consequence for me, where it's going to decrease my energy. So really learning to surrender your will over to a higher power. Like when you're watching your will, we're watching the will really from our spirit, not our soul, because the will is in our soul. So we're kind of observing from a different place. It's kind of a higher awareness. We're observing our soul. We're observing our will. And from this place, it's a place of wisdom, a little bit more discerning, and it's patient. So that's where, Jesus said, thy will be done, because even Jesus knew, like, his soul wants certain things that probably aren't going to really manifest something that's really beneficial for maybe him or other people. So really learn to surrender that will over, and at least learn to observe it and not act out on everything that our will, which says, I want this, I don't want that, I want. Don't act out on the will. Just say, I hear you. I hear that that's what you want. And let's just sit on that. Let's just see if that's really a good decision or really a good action to take at this time. And that will really help you to not be spreading your energy out too thinly. Okay, in the spirit, one thing that really brings high energy is community. Even if you're an introvert, it's good to get out in community and be around other people, because other people have energy. And if you can find places or people that have high energy, then your energy, sometimes if it's low, will go up to match their energy. The energy of them can pull you up. And if your energy's is a little bit low, it might end up stabilizing like this with another person, and that's fine. Like, I have a cafe that I really love. It's down the street, and even if I'm just going for a piece of toast, I just like to go in there and have like a little tea and toast, because I love the energy, and I always feel better when I leave and I can say hi to people. So remember, community is so important. We are all having the same issues. We're all having the same health issues. Everybody is struggling with their health on some level, trying to stay healthy, get healthier. We're all, you know, our minds are overactive. We all have too much emotion going on. We're all, you know, trying to control, have self-control and not be acting out on things. So just know that when you're out in community, the truth is it's important just to be compassionate for each other, because we're all children of God, and we should be coming together in love and community. And I think when we come together in community too, we just feel inspired on some level. We might talk to somebody and they say something that you needed to hear that day. And all of the people can inspire us. And inspiration actually helps to raise our energy and gives us solutions to things that we might be struggling with. So I do really recommend going for a walk in a park where there's other people walking in that park, or go down to where people walk their dog. That's very high energy. Like, everybody's happy, the dogs are wagging their tails. So be out in community, and especially if you're feeling alone, make sure to know you're really not alone. Just walk out that front door and go to your local coffee shop or something like that, or your local park. So anyway, I hope that this was helpful, and I hope that you have a very high energetic month, and you're able to really take your lifestyle and make it one where you're letting go of the things that are holding you back or keeping you down. Just let those things go, and let go and let God. Have faith, have trust, and this will definitely help to give you higher energy. All right, thank you so much for being part of the community. Go in grace and with grace. I'm Tonyah Dee.